what did I see? I keep having little synapses fire in my brain here. I saw something. There was a new round of criticism from Never Trumpers about Trump, and I'm sitting here thinking, you want to talk about irony? You look, some of these Never Trumpers out there are ardent conservatives. You know who they are as well as I do. You know the magazines, you know the blog sites. When you get down to looking at what Trump has done, when you look at Trump's agenda, you're going to find more conservatism than we had with George W. Bush. You're going to find more conservatism than we had with George H.W. Bush. You're going to find more conservatism in the Trump agenda. You're going to find more conservatism in the items of the Trump agenda which have been implemented already. And the Never Trumpers have a saying now. Yeah, well, maybe Gorsuch. Meaning that's the only thing we can credit Trump for. Gorsuch on the Supreme Court. But that's by no means everything. It's gotten so bad. Did you see what Obama said yesterday? I'm getting ahead of myself here in terms of the stack. Obama actually compared, folks, Donald Trump to Adolf Hitler on the genocide angle. Barack Hussein Obama actually in a speech worries about Trump eventually committing genocide on people the way Adolf Hitler did. And you can't find a peep about it in the drive-by media. Now, you let some deranged right-winger make some similar statement, and the drive-by media drops everything and tries to wipe them out and destroy them. And here comes Obama. I'll find it after the break and give you the some of the quotes and the details of where he made the statement. But this is unprecedented. And he wasn't cracking a joke. So Obama is terribly worried about Trump. Trump is more conservative than anything they ever imagined. And as you know, there are a lot of establishmentarians in the Republican Party who hate conservatism themselves and don't like conservatives. And that's, Trump proving to be, whether he is one or not, we know he's not ideological, but his political instincts in terms of the agenda items he has and how he's trying to implement them got conservatism fingerprints all over them. And this has got to be irritating them even more because these are the people, these Never Trump conservatives have been trying to tell everybody for years that they are the definition of conservatism. They are the rightful inheritors of Reagan, who they didn't like either, or any other brilliant intellectual conservatives. And yet, what have they done to implement diddly squat? Nothing. Here comes Trump, who's implementing serious conservative agenda items, and they still trash him. Now, Obama piping up that they're worried on the left here that Obama, or that Trump could actually be like Hitler in terms of genocide. It's a direct reference to the Holocaust. Obama was speaking at the Economic Club of Chicago. In a friendly interview with CBS News financial analyst Melody Hobson. And wait a minute, Melody Hobson. She's married to George Lucas. Melody Hobson is married to George Lucas, has donated over $100,000 to Obama's presidential campaigns. She's called Colin Kaepernick a hero of hers. And she interviewed Obama. And in this interview, which is described as friendly, Obama suggested we could have an American genocide akin to what happened in Nazi Germany with Trump as president. Obama was speaking at the Economic Club of Chicago, made the caustic remark in comments captured by Crane's Chicago business political columnist Greg Hines, Hinz. According to Hines, Obama warned of Trump's nativism and distrust of the media, and that could cause our democracy to fall apart quickly. Obama then made the connection between Trump and Hitler, warning 60 million people died when the world got complacent. And, of course, this Hines guy apparently loved what Obama said because he tweeted out, "Take that, real Donald Trump." Obama makes clear his view that a complacent America could be headed the way of Nazi Germany. Read his remarkable comments at Economic Club of Chicago. Holy smoke. You haven't seen a word of this, I will bet you, anywhere in the drive-by media. Well, it's beyond outrageous. I mean, it is outrageous, but it's so far beyond outrageous. It's unpresidential. It's paranoid. It is you pick your adjective and your descriptive. Anybody else comparing anybody to Hitler, and here come the drive-bys and everybody else descending on you saying it's irresponsible. You shut up. We're going to make sure you can't speak and you keep talking this way. And they just descend on these people like crazy. Here's the former president of the United States warning that if we get complacent with Trump and his nativism, it's going to lead to a genocide of 60 million people like happened in Nazi Germany. Are they in panic or what? That's what I think. I think exactly what I thought was going to happen is happening. I think Obama is a combination of angry, livid, outraged, paranoid that his agenda is being unraveled. Because that's exactly what Trump is doing. Trump is unraveling all of Obama's executive action regulations that he can, global warming, the Iranian nuke deal. Trump is literally unwinding everything Obama did, tried to unwind Obamacare. Donald Trump is trying to erase the Obama presidency. And Obama damn well knows it. I thought this would happen long before now, but it's finally happened. Remember, I predicted to you people Obama was going to go on TV, start warning everybody. I never thought he would compare Trump to Hitler. But he knows what's going on. And he viewed his 8 years as just the foundation, and then the next Democrat presidents would further it, and we would finally at some point transform America. Now it's all being not just unraveled, but erased, and they are livid about it. Now, the story on the Obama Nazi comments is we found it at Newsbusters, and I have to, even when I saw it, I said, be careful with this. You know, this is so out there, but it looks like every bit of it's true. See you in a few minutes here. Holy smokes, another Democrat has bitten the dust, and in this case, a former Democrat. Harold Ford Jr. Harold Ford Jr. fired for misconduct by Morgan Stanley. And the details here in the Huffing and Puffing Post. By the way, the has run the story on Obama at the Economic Club of Chicago. Yeah, it's the only mainstream media news report I've seen on it, and it's barely. Obama warns of complacency, notes rise of Hitler. Nothing in the headline about comparing Trump to Hitler. Nothing in the headline about warning the American people and the world that Trump could become Hitler. And then from the Hill story, while some could see the remark as a veiled jab at President Trump, Obama did not mention Trump by name during the event. Well, that's not what I've got here. That's not the Newsbuster story. Obama warns Trump will lead America to genocide like Hitler. And this comes from a guy again named Greg Hines at Crane Chicago Business. According to Hines, Obama warned Trump's nativism and distrust of the media would cause our democracy to fall apart quickly. Obama then made the connection between Trump and Hitler, warning 60 million people died when the world got complacent. So whether Obama actually mentioned Trump's name or not, the reporter was happy that he was drawing the analogy and comparison to Trump and Hitler. That's what everybody there thought Obama meant. So the Hill.com is going out of its way. And this line is buried at the bottom of their story. While some could see the remark as a veiled jab at President Trump, Obama didn't mention Trump by name. Let me tell you something. He meant Trump because the last 2 weeks, we had this story sometime last week or the week before. Obama has been shadowing Trump on Trump's foreign trips. You know, Trump will go to outer Myanmar, and a couple days later, Obama will show up. And then Trump will go to Japan, then Obama shows up. Wherever Trump went on this most recent trip, Obama followed by a day or two and was trying to control any damage, pick up whatever pieces. There's no doubt in my... Folks, it's not just Mueller. Now Obama's in on this. There is a full-fledged effort to do damage, heavy damage, leading ultimately to the destruction of Trump and his presidency. There's no doubt in my mind. There's no question about it. From Obama shadowing Trump on his foreign trips and now this, it's amazing. You have people who were there from Crane's Chicago business celebrating Obama's comment, immediately drawing the connection between Trump and Hitler from Obama's words. And now the Hill.com said, well, there was no direct mention of this. Some have said, but they don't want to run the story. They had to touch on it, but I haven't seen it anywhere else but the Hill.com. This is hard to describe how beyond the pale this is. I mean, think back over any of the recent past when, one of the things you just don't do, it's considered beyond the pale, is to compare anybody in American politics today to Hitler, to compare anybody to Hitler. They laugh at you. They smirk at you. When you do that, they claim you've run out of any arguments to make. When you start comparing people, your political opposition or your enemies, to Hitler, well, then the rejoinder is, wow, you really have run out of substantive things to say, right? That's the easiest thing in the world. Just compare him to the worst guy that ever lived. Fine and dandy. You got nothing. That's the reaction you get. But that's not the reaction Obama got. When Obama did it, Melody Hobson praised Obama. And this guy, Greg Hines at Crane Chicago Business, celebrated it. Here, in fact, let me read to you the summary of Obama's comments directed at Trump by this guy Hines from Crane Chicago Business. I'm just going to read. Obama moved from that to talking about a nativist mistrust and unease that has swept around the world. He argued that such things as the speed of technical change, the uneven impact of globalization have come too quickly to be absorbed in many cultures, bringing strange new things and people to areas in which people didn't used to challenge your assumptions. As a result, nothing feels solid, Obama said. Sadly, there's something in us that looks for simple answers when we're agitated. Still, I'm still reading from Greg Hines here. Still, the U.S. has survived tough times before and will again, Obama noted, particularly mentioning the days of communist fighter Joseph McCarthy and former President Nixon. But one reason the country survived, Obama says, is because it had a free press to ask questions. The danger is growing complacent, Obama said. We have to tend to this garden of democracy or else things can fall apart quickly. That's what happened in Germany in the 30s, which, despite the democracy of the Weimar Republic and centuries of high-level cultural scientific achievements, Adolf Hitler rose to dominate. 60 million people died, so you got to pay attention and you got to vote. How does anybody not conclude that those remarks are about Trump? Everything Obama claims to be worried about is because of Trump. A newbie that doesn't know what he's doing, a newbie that can't keep up with technological advancement, a newbie that is a nativist, a newbie that's giving people comfort because they themselves can't adapt to rapid technological change. That's another slight to the bitter clingers, no doubt. So everybody there, at least the media that was present, had no doubt that Obama was talking about Trump. in his comparisons to Hitler. We'll see. Let's just wait. Let's just wait and see if this effervesces up into the drive-by media. Wasn't it Obama spying on reporters from the Associated Press and Fox News, trying to throw him in jail? Wasn't it Obama who didn't trust the media? Despite they were his best friends, despite they would have done anything for the guy.